Hi, you are watching Little Farm Folk, and my name is Mackenzie. Today I want to share something really exciting with you. It is my Make Bread 365 challenge. And this is a challenge that was kind of inspired off of Instagram. I had jokingly said one day in my stories, hey, I'm thinking about making bread for an entire year for my New Year's goal. What do you think, kind of thing? And a lot of people said, talk you off a cliff, I'm going to jump off with you. And so that was kind of the inspiration, the spark of how can I help my followers learn how to make bread throughout the year. And originally when I had thrown out the idea, I was thinking about just throwing out all store-bought bread and just jumping into making bread by myself, kind of thing. But when people started telling me that they want to do this with me, but they weren't sure how to make bread, it was something that I realized that we can't just tell people to throw away their bread and to just learn how to make it from scratch, because people don't know how to do that. They don't know what tools they need, and their families are probably going to be really angry at them when they realize that mom threw out all the bread and now she doesn't know how to make bread. So I had just written an ebook called Simple Switches. It's a free ebook on my website if you want to grab it. And so I was kind of in that mindset of, well, how did I make these changes when we first started homesteading? And through that ebook is how I adapted a lot of things. We didn't have a lot of money to throw out perfectly good food, but I knew I wanted to make some really big changes in our family's diet, follow a more nutrient-dense diet, and so I kind of came up with a plan and figured out a way to incorporate new things into our diets to make more room in our food budgets for better quality foods, and then to make lasting habits, lasting lifestyle changes along the way. And so that was kind of where my thought process was with everybody on Instagram, having just wrote the ebook. And I thought, you know what, rather than telling everybody to throw away all their bread, I have an idea. I know how I can help you guys learn to make bread and to make lasting lifestyle changes. So that was kind of how the Make Bread 365 challenge happened. What I have for you guys is, rather than throwing away all of our bread, we're going to learn how to make one new bread recipe a month. And so the whole idea is, over the course of 365 days, at the end of it, you will have 12 amazing bread recipes to replace things that you would typically buy at a store. So January, we're going to jump in with sandwich bread. And then I'm going to recommend every month different recipes on my blog, through here on YouTube, linking up on Instagram, to give you guys a lot of free resources and tools to learn how to make bread on your own. So January is sandwich bread. We have February is tortillas. Other months are going to be an artisan loaf, multigrain, ciabatta, croissants, pitas, that kind of thing. Anything that you would typically pick up at a store, we're going to try to replace at home in a systematic way that's very achievable for everybody. That is one thing that I have found when we homestead. I found that it is so important to set big, lofty goals, but at the same time to come up with benchmark goals along the way to help you meet that big, lofty goal. So for this year, 2022 actually, was a big year for our family. We had successfully raised 100% of our own meat. Our freezers are packed now for the winter, and it feels so good. But that goal didn't happen in just 6 months or a year. That goal actually took us over 5 years to get there. It started back 5 years ago whenever we decided we were going to learn how to raise our own meat rabbits. We were going to learn how to raise our own chickens. We did turkeys. We did a couple cows, and then we did pigs too. So this has been a huge learning curve that we've had to acquire a lot of wisdom, a lot of skills, and a lot of tools along the way. And it's going to be the same way for you when it comes to this Make Bread 365. I want you to know that you can start to make bread with literally your own 2 hands. You do not need expensive mixers. You do not need expensive tools. You do not need fancy ingredients to do this. All-purpose flour and yeast will do the project. It will do the job for you. So you are fully capable, you are fully confident to do this, and I'm going to help you along the way. And I know there's a huge community in the Make Bread 365 challenge already who are going to be rooting you along. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to link to my planner. You can go ahead and grab that. It has a space for every month what we're going to be learning, a space to write down the recipes that you've learned, where to find them if it's on a blog or something like that. And then on top of it, it also has a conversion sheet that you can put up in your pantry. It also has a bread tracker and then like an inventory sheet too, because along with this challenge, I really want you to learn how to manage things well, to bring ingredients into your home, to have them on the shelves, to actually use them up before they expire, because we're really bad about that. Well, I think America produces like 600 to 800 pounds of food waste a year per family. It's insane. And then also to be able to manage our home well. It's part of homemaking, is learning how to budget, how to save money, and how to be frugal. And so that's kind of my goal throughout this whole challenge for you guys. Not only are you going to be learning how to make bread, but you're going to be learning how to manage your home well, to take care of your home, to bring in ingredients, and to really get savvy when it comes to cooking and baking and all these wonderful things. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I'm so happy you've joined us. If you are joining the challenge, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Let me know where you are. It's just so cool to see so many people literally across the world joining in on this. It just makes my heart burst. So thank you guys for joining me. In my next video, I'm going to go over some simple tools, and I am just really looking forward to doing this with you guys. Happy baking.